Welcome to another episode of the Leox Talk Show. Today we have Kishen joining us. He will share more about his secrets into being a top scorer during his time in school. So thank you, Kishen, for coming
Thanks.
down and being part of this talk show today. So can we have you to introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, my name's Kishen. I took my O levels at Jurong West Secondary School. Subsequently, I went on to St. Andrews to do my A levels there, and I already completed my national service. Now I'm just waiting to matriculate to university.
Since you are here with us today, so we start with the Jurong West.
Okay, so the first one is the Outstanding Student of the Year award given to me by Jurong West Secondary School, and I was given this for being the top scorer at the O level examinations. The next one is the Jacob Bala Scholars Award for 4 distinctions at the A levels given to me by St. Andrews. And over here we have a second runner-up A Division hockey medal. Yeah.
Okay. So I believe these outstanding awards. Can you share more about your secrets, how you actually managed to achieve these outstanding awards?
Right, so my academic strategy, essentially there are only 3 points, right? Every day you gotta do 3 things. Your backbone, I'll touch on what that is later. Secondly, is your homework, really important. Every day you gotta do it. And the third one is to review what you learned on that day. So back to the backbone, essentially what that is it's a timetable, right? To allow you to plan out how you're gonna study every day and what you're gonna study. So I use this to allocate a little bit of time to each of my subjects every day. And how this works is you can think about it that in a way like Monday, I'll do bio, right? Tuesday, maybe a bit of chem. Wednesday, I'll do a little bit of physics, and I think you get the idea. Essentially, I spread it out for all my subjects. And how this works is that it allows me to go back to the same subject over and over again. So every Monday is bio, right? So Monday, I'll study a little bit of bio, then the rest of my subjects for the rest of the week. And the next Monday, again, I go back to bio. And this makes sure that I always go back, right, to the same topics to really understand what's going on and to develop a good mastery of the subject.
Oh, I see. Now that you have shared with us how you achieve it, can you share also what are the challenges that you face and how do you manage to overcome it?
I think the biggest challenge in school is really mindset. A lot of students, they have this tendency to go into school thinking that, oh, I'm born with a certain amount of intelligence, right, and that it's capped that way. But really what you're doing then is you're limiting yourself, because if that's the case, then these students, they don't believe in growth, right? And it's what I like to call fixed mindset, growth mindset, essentially believing that you can do better if you just keep working at it. I'll give an example. In Sec 3, I used to fail math quite a lot, and for a while I used to think that, okay, you know what, maybe I'm just not good at math. But the problem is that by saying that, I'm just limiting myself, right? Because now I'm not trying anymore.
Yeah.
And so I worked really hard to change the way I think about it. And so I thought to myself, like, okay, you know what, no, maybe if I keep working at it, if I keep putting in effort to work on my math, eventually I'll understand, I'll gain mastery. And that's what actually happened. I became much better, and I took the same mindset, applied it to all my other subjects, and I saw tremendous improvement.
I see. So what are the key principles that have helped you, you have instilled in yourself to achieve these awards?
Yeah, the first one, like I said, mindset's really important, right? And so believing in yourself would be my first key principle. Okay, if you don't think you can do it, you're not going to push yourself. So you really have to believe that you are capable of great things. The second one is to be better every day. If you don't know something today, it's fine. Tomorrow, just make sure you work on it. You don't have to be a master at the end of the day, but as long as you're improving by even an inch, right, in the long run, it adds up to quite a bit. And the last one is champions do extra. If you want to be great, you want to be phenomenal, you can't do what everyone else is doing. If you do that, you're just going to be average, right? And so being successful, it really means you're putting in a lot more time and effort than everyone else, and that essentially means a lot of late nights, a lot of early mornings, right? Just to continuously go through your work to find improvements.
Okay. So now as you know that there are students, there are kids out there, the younger generations constantly going to school every day, learning and growing. So what are your advice for them if they have the dream and goals to be a top scorer like you do?
I think for this, my advice to everyone else is that I'll borrow a quote from Jack Ma, and he says that there are 2 things that every student has to know. And the first thing is that if you're doing well in school, you have to remember not to look down on those that aren't doing as well as you, because sometimes it's not the case that they don't want to try, it's just that they don't have the right circumstances, right? And so it's not fair to them. And the second point, which I think is more important, is that if you're not doing well in school, the important thing to remember is to not look down on yourself. Because if you look down on yourself and you stop believing, you won't have that inner drive to really push yourself and to achieve more.
I hope that will also inspire the people out there. Now we have come to the end of the Leox talk show. Thank you once again, Kishen, for
Thanks for
coming
having
down
me.
and being part of this talk show. So I'll see you guys on the next Leox talk show. Stay tuned.